Hello! And what's up, Warriors of Kyoko? We are back with some more Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. We are very, very close to the end. I believe we are now getting up towards the very last trial, which I think this is about, not about to be the last trial, but this is the last chapter into the last trial. I did mention I would probably do streams of it, but I don't know yet. Honestly, I might stream the very first episode of the next game, but I don't know how it goes, really. I want to be able to finish this game so we can move on, because we've been playing this game for a ungodly amount of time. Now, don't mistake me when I say that. I have been thoroughly enjoying the game and everything. No issues whatsoever with that. My OCD is kicking in because she's not working properly centered. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so yeah, we're going to be hopping back in here, and we're going to be just playing through it. I don't know how long this video is going to be and everything, but we're going to see if we can get as far as possible, at least until we can get maybe to the next class trial where we can finally end it all here and there. So with all that being said, let's hop in here. So, the ultimate despair, a group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the Mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. Indeed. But right now... Right now we need to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. I guess we'll head up to the stairs now. Rattle, rattle. It's locked, but we have a way to open this door. Oh, so I guess I have to actually talk to her again. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
Then we should be able to use it to open on that door, right? Let's find out. Hey, Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. That would really suck if it couldn't. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then... Yes, it opened!
Indeed.
Now we have to get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. Quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. And honestly, another big reason why we're doing a video on it and stuff, mostly also because I just have actually had a really big urge to keep playing it because it's been really fun, thoroughly enjoyable, especially now that we're getting to the nitty-gritty, which is near the end. I've been really, really liking it. So I wanted to just keep it going and hopefully be able to just start up the next game pretty soon. Finally. We were finally free. There wasn't even time to even take a breath of relief, good lord. Because the real fight had just begun. Ultimate the pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. But yeah, I imagine all 5 of them are gonna... Is it 5? 5 or 6. All of them are gonna... No, 6. All 6 of them are gonna live, I feel. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. Also, I thought, since special occasions were nearing the end, I thought I might as well put one of my favorite commissions in here that I did from the great Cry Zeros, who drew my Kuno in the Danganronpa style. He will be down in the description, by the way. We start climbing up the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. Wow, they really did not want Kyoko to be looted, so they literally just put a huge-ass shadow up her skirt. Very clever! The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath it. Oh, that's not good. I had no idea we were so far down. Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help my mind off of it. I like how they had to do these little cut-ins. So Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So...
Ever since I couldn't remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my bloodline. Well, in my blood, but you same thing, pretty much. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family has always seen it that way. Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. That blunt. Wrong. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So...
Right.
Because we take pride in it. Pride?
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is, we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. Conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. That explains. Before I came here, when I was looking up info on the school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family. Oh, right, clever. Yet, I gave up on that pride. Or gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up on that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you were reuniting after all these years. Right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However...
There is something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young. I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented. He had a promising future.
However...
But he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument. And young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. But I couldn't tell. Couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However...
But there's one thing. One thing that I can never forgive. Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind, like I said. I think it was a good thing.
However...
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. Oh. That's how they see me, even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
Correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. I don't think you need to go that far. Jesus Christ. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, you just cut him out like that.
Wrong.
Our only connection's through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey.
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. But instead, I said nothing. Just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Looks like this is it.
Indeed.
On the other side of the store, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. Reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so... looks like we're back. Can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. Can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back at Hope Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out there without your help. I don't know why I add in some like dialogue that isn't there. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. So now what do we do? Glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then
let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
in other words.
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. But wait, that's...
However,
if we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. It's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. You're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared? You said something like that before. What does it mean?
So...
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
Right.
We can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little... no, super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Alright, here we go. By the way, where's everyone else? What if they show up on the map? If not, then they're probably like all in their dorms or something. Guess we'll just head to the gym. Unless they're gonna be here. Wait, what time is it? Oh, it's nighttime. They're all probably in bed. Here, man.
Well now.
Hey! Oh, God. Sorry, my throat's also a little hoarse a little bit. Kyoko, I don't mind so much. Kyoko, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? Oh my God, my throat, my voice cannot do Monokuma anymore. That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
But what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again. And this time, I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko, do whatever you feel you have to do. What?
However...
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
No.
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? I lose?
Hey!
You, explain yourself. What do you mean by that? Well, you set up the latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me. Good lord, I was thinking of execution. This game has messed with my brain.
In other words...
I was supposed to be chosen as the Blackened and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
However...
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting, because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
Right.
And in response to that unexpected development,
Indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of being that could come out. Good lord, come to our aid even after you'd killed it. In
am I
quotes.
wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game, so you're saying the Blackened is me and not Makoto?
Well?
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Just say it like that. What is this, a comedy routine? You make such a bold claims without a shred of evidence?
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now. But with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only one absolute truth.
Boom, boom.
And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type?
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he would have come to you willingly like this. Oh, would never have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
What the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. That would assume that you killed him because we said this... because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Ugh, excuse me, I needed a drink from that. Of course, you could say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
that's what we have to do.
then I suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Mukuro's trial over again. Alright, sorry we got a little cut there. As you can clearly see, there's someone different on the screen now. Yeah. We have Maiko now in the Danganronpa style. Again, thanks to Cry Zeros. This is an amazing work of art that she is. If I'm doing the big brain art, you will obviously see it on the screen right now with the full body. If not, you will see it on the Discord if you want to go check that out. And of course, go follow him on Twitter because he'll more likely post it there as well. So yeah, thank you, because this is possibly one of my favorite commissions now, currently, because this one is really good. And my girl Maiko is always a fan favorite of mine. I've been off for so long, I literally had my controller disconnected. So let's hop back in here now. Sorry about that. To do Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time, you follow the rules, the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown.
One final battle between hope
and despair.
I didn't realize she was still reading because she's so quiet.
Hey,
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? Fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed. Barry?
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So, time for parrot jokes. Now, what you've suggested might be plausible. it would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
In other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory?
I can barely contain myself!
Let's have some final grisly showdown. He agreed. Then we still have a shot at this.
Bear it!
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
Guys!
So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries? That's right. Every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that,
I can barely contain
then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory. Oh, qualify as a victory for you.
it's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well, good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of this school,
Guys!
then you win. But if you can't do all of that, we'll all face the execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I can't honestly believe how this all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure. So what?
hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement. You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that. Huh? Mukuro's trial is no exception, then it's part of the regulations? Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mukuro is a student, yes. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step into Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why'd he go quiet all of a sudden?
Now I'm really angry!
I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would ya? Why so mad? He seems emotionally unstable.
Hey!
Leave me alone. Get out of here. Okay, I'm going. Really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair. Oh, here comes the laugh.
Hey,
He didn't fucking do it. That's crazy. Come on, Makoto. Let's go. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, he didn't do it. I'm shocked. Actually flabbergasted that he did not do it. All right, anyway. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. Just like that, we were out of the gym. I could hardly believe it, but how I ended up not getting executed. Still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
however,
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
So,
They had no chance but to accept. Huh?
because...
It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let down their guard, like I said. So when was it that the mastermind let down their guard?
So...
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
Listen.
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off,
However,
and yet somehow the mastermind was able to do it.
in other words,
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason that they had to do something that difficult. A reason?
so...
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost, us killing each other. They wanted to show the world?
It would seem...
The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all the rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
In other words,
So the mastermind's ultimate goal is to make us kill each other, and show that off to the world. But why?
correct.
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
Hey,
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right?
that's right.
And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair, the mastermind wants the world to see that, to try to prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal, as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right, it is ridiculous, completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto.
I know how angry it must make you, and yet, that same motivation is what led the mastermind to revealing their weakness. What?
In other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The mastermind has had to be more particular than is... The mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very least,
At least that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. That's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves.
indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. But in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on her.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all the proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer. Even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
I almost said that as as a claim instead of a question. To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they'd violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? You were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge.
however,
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got the chance. Because you believed in me. Another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least. I won the bet. To let out a quick sigh, I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I showed my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However,
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. all we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
Correct.
Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. Right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win.
Hey,
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone.
however,
Is that really possible? Huh?
anyway,
Right now we have to go find the
shall
others.
we go?
They're probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go? Okay. That was a bit uneasy. Oh, idiot. Actually, yeah, we'll just do this. Screw it. I don't think I need to go to the gym anymore. Or the gift shop or anything anymore. Oh, wait, I'm done. That is the right floor. Yeah, okay, we're good. Oh, wait, do I gotta go to the dining hall, or do I have to wake them all up? I want to do this just in case. That's Mondo. He's dead. Byakuya! It's Byakuya's room. Is he inside?
Hey,
I don't think he's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Okay, what about, no, Sayaka's dead. Toko, you're alive. This is Toko's room. Is she inside?
hey,
I don't think she's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. That's Sakura. She's dead. Ah, Hina. This is Hina's room. Is she inside?
hey,
I don't think she's here. Okay. Last one. Yasuhiro. Don't fail me now, boy.
hey,
Okay, I guess none of them are in the rooms. Interesting. Maybe they're just in the dining hall then. Probably should have just looked there from the start. Is that where they are? And suddenly we were greeted with... Oh! I don't know how to read that. Again. What the hell? Is he broken?
whew,
I suppose his emotional instability reached its limit. Jeez, what the heck?
however,
I don't know what that was all about. Couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah! Hey!
Makoto?
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Of course. Of course he would. Well, that's actually heartwarming to see them all. And actually, surprisingly, Toko's actually smiling that Makoto's alive. Dope! We're all friends. Mostly. Everyone was there, all my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. Started to tear up.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. It's Makoto, he smells like a wet dog. Get away, shoot, shoo! And in a flash, my tears dried up.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in any extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you? Did
It's
you all
true.
not seriously just see him? That's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you about the last class trial. Last class
In
trial?
other words,
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial. What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? Oh, I didn't do it, like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer. Of course it's not me or any of you. Then who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind.
Huh?
What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
That's right. It was an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to do to stop.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? Make it sound like it was easy. I just,
However,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The Mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time. And the Mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the class trial. When you said, now it's the Mastermind that's ensnared, that's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean!
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. Shocker. Oh, there is an auto button! How do I turn that off, though? For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again. Later. We've been in this game for how long now? And I just now realized there's a goddamn auto button? Fuck! Anyway. So, knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the Mastermind? But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You've probably guessed it already. But if we lose this time, everyone dies. Everyone? Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without asking the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever. Of course you are. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible. Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth.
Interesting.
In other words, one decisive final battle, a rather interesting development, I'd say. Figuring out who the Mastermind is, and how they killed Mukuro, and the school's mysteries. It's a pretty tall freaking order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. If we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. Can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
Indeed.
That's what I thought too. At first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint? It's very polarizing approach. I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. The only people to take a single step into Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? And Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. But why?
So, in other words...
If the Mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the Mastermind would have had to set foot in this school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
In other words...
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. Then the Mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. I thought it was Byakuya because I saw him first when this popped up, but then I realized it was Toko. And in Mukuro, and you get 16. I'm pretty sure that's her right there to the left, dressed as Junko. The Mastermind would have to be one of them?
That's right.
All those 16 people we started with, the only ones still alive are the people standing here, or the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? You're saying the Mastermind is one of us?
No way!
Can't be serious. Wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said that to confuse us. It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The Mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the Mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Whoa!
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
But...
I don't care how sneaky you are, we would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right?
But maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still.
This is a school announcement.
Oh, this is a new one.
You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode.
This man really just tell me this is the true ending to the game? That's wild. Is there a good ending?
So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school. Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Hmm?
Oh, excuse me. Oh my god. How very Oh my god. Magnus. Sorry, my brain isn't working right now. Of him to lock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can rely on myself. I can rely only on myself. On the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility. Well then. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. But Master, he didn't take me with him.
Hey.
Do you blame him? Now, Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream, or coffee. You're totally useless. So, bye. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. Now that she's gone, you're probably gonna go off by yourself. Oh, you're probably gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too. What?
Just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spear power to figure out the mastermind's identity. So he's gonna be useless. If he actually ends up making this, like, he actually ends up exposing them for what they are, or who they are, I'll actually applaud him and never doubt him ever again. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves? What about you, Hina? Guess I'll do the same thing.
But,
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know?
I mean...
But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. Makoto? I guess that's really nice of you to say. But still, I've mostly been totally useless.
Okay.
You kind of actually have been, haven't you? You usually just ask questions and do all that crap. If Hina and Yasuhiro actually end up being, like, incredibly useful in this trial, I will take back anything I ever said about them. Then again, I didn't really talk that much crap about Yasuhiro aside from his intelligence. Her, I don't know. I guess she has become more likable like people have been telling me, but... she's okay. She's okay in my books for now. So I figure, at least here at the end, maybe I can find something, excuse me, that'll help us all get out of here. I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. It was in surprisingly high spirit as she dashed out of the dining hall. Once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
Oh, wait, so are we gonna go separate ways too? So you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Makoto?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
so...
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground. Then we can get back and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
So then,
Well, I better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school had been unlocked, right? But we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before. Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. With that, Kyoko was gone. Leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. Still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. Well, that's what I have to prove. I'll have to prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of this school. And then we can all escape together. It's investigation time! I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They also had been struck in the head with an object about as thick as metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. To find out who killed Mukuro Ikusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. Where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, the biolab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right? After that, I'll decide to double-check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Places to check has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. And this is where we're going to end today's episode. So I know I mentioned we were just going to go see how far we could go with this. I kind of just meant how far, like how much recording I can do. So I'm going to immediately just go record after this, but this is a good stopping point here. So we're going to stop it right here. So guys, if y'all are excited to get close to the climax of this and start this investigation for the final class trial, then be sure to hit that like button. Comment down below as well your thoughts on the episode and the game and my theories as I've been going on. And of course, if you're new to the channel and the content that you see and you are a fan of Danganronpa, then be sure to hit that sub button. We are going to be doing some more Danganronpa here in the future. So, with all that being said, guys, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. A farewell.